want to make our combined start? We're going to do our top 12 today, and then we'll do in the future episodes. We'll build out our future picks of the big board. So
sure,
let's do it. So at number 1, we're debating between essentially OJ Howard, Corey Davis, and Joe Mixon.
I think it's going to be Davis.
Yeah, I think it's Davis too. I think Davis is the best skill position player in the draft class.
Okay.
So we'll do him at number 1. Say Corey Davis is our top rookie. So number 2 is essentially between Joe Mixon or John Ross or OJ Howard. Now, if it was me, my vote here is for Howard.
Okay.
I think he's a clean prospect, good blocker. Like if you watch Alabama play, you see Howard get a ton of snaps as a blocker.
Yeah. He's just a special athlete.
Yeah, and he's super safe, I feel like, too. Like I think he's got the athleticism that he put out there at the Combine. He crushed it pretty much at the Senior Bowl, every way of the pre-draft process. Like the only thing he doesn't have is like a consistently productive resume at Alabama, but it's Alabama, bro. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, our Darius Stewart threw him a touchdown in the national championship, and like that might have been the best pass he's had all year.
Right.
Yeah. So, anyways, I think it should do. So it's between Howard and Mixon here, and
I'm down to go with Howard.
All right, let's go with Howard as our number 2 rookie.
Okay. And then Mixon would be 3.
I say Mixon is number 3.
All right. So then we got. Well, my number 2 running back was Dalvin Cook, and you had John Ross as your wideout.
I think. See, now I'm not gonna mess with your running back order, but I would say that I would go with Dalvin Cook here over John Ross.
Who would he be your number 2 running back? McCaffrey?
Probably.
Okay.
Or Fournette. I mean, Fournette and McCaffrey are so different, but like I think I would probably prefer McCaffrey because he's just super safe, and I think he could be a feature back. And I think just passing, like a great passing down running back is better than a great 2-down thumper running back, which is essentially which Fournette is. But
sure.
Yeah, so I'm fine with going Cook here
okay,
because I think he's a better prospect than Ross.
Cook is a good pass catcher too. All right, so Cook at 4.
Yep.
Ross at 5 then?
No, I think we should go Fournette over Ross too.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
I think this wide receiver class is mostly like really good complementary like 2s and 3s types. For fantasy, like I know our buddy Evan Silva has been talking about like that this draft class is just not what it's hyped up to be, and I agree with that from a fantasy perspective. Like I don't think there are a ton of like future number 1 receivers, but the receiver market's pretty crowded right now. Like there's not a ton of spots where a number 1 receiver is just going to step in and lead a team in targets or whatever. That talent I think is Corey Davis is the one I feel the most confident in, but like, and the other the next 3 guys on my list, Ross, Godwin, and Williams, I think could all eventually grow into being an alpha dog in an offense. But I think ideally, like this class is full of really strong complementary receivers. But where the running backs I think could be, much better. So I would go honestly.
McCaffrey here.
I would go Fournette and then McCaffrey before I even touch another receiver here.
Got it.
And then after that, then I think we're into
wide receiver territory.
Yeah.
So John Ross at 7.
Yep.
You want to go Godwin at 8?
Let's stick Njoku at 8.
Okay.
I think because he could be like a really stud tight end type of prospect. Maybe Njoku even over McCaffrey too.
I have not watched him yet.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, he's awesome as a tight end prospect. I've seen a little bit of him here and there, and I don't know. What do you think? Do you think McCaffrey or like a high end tight end sort of thing? What do you think?
I think McCaffrey.
Okay, I'm fine leaving it like that.
You want to put Njoku over Ross?
No.
Or no?
No. I like Ross too much.
All right.
So no, you know what? Let's put Njoku over Ross.
Okay.
No, leave it Ross. I changed my mind. Let's leave it Ross.
All right, so we got Fournette at 5, McCaffrey at 6, Ross at 7, Njoku at 8, and Chris Godwin at 9.
I love it. Okay, so number 10 is between Foreman and Williams, and I think it's Williams.
I think so too.
I don't think it's close.
I agree.
And frankly, I think Evan Ingram is a better prospect than Foreman too as tight end.
And then so that would be Foreman at 12.
And I think Henderson is a better prospect than Foreman too.
Oh yeah, Henderson's here too.
He's my 5.
So Foreman's not going to fit in our top 12 then.
No.
Okay.
In my opinion, I prefer those players.
Okay. So Carlos Henderson at 12.
Cool.
All right, so let's recap. We got Corey Davis at 1, O.J. Howard at 2, Joe Mixon at 3, Dalvin Cook at 4, Leonard Fournette at 5, Christian McCaffrey at 6, John Ross at 7, Njoku at 8, Godwin at 9, Mike Williams at 10, Evan Ingram at 11, and Carlos Henderson at 12. That's
Boom.
the Fantasy Hipsters big board.
Come at us, people. Argue with us if you think that's trash.
Yeah, I mean, who are we if we don't have hot takes? So.
Exactly, that's true. It's got to be different than the field, but legitimately, that's how I would sort it out. So what we'll do is next week we'll come back with our 12th to 24th ranked in the big board, and we'll just keep building it out from there until we kind of get through all the players that we've watched. Maybe we'll just do 3 parts of this.
Cool.
I think that's probably deep enough. Maybe even just 2. Who knows? We'll find out.
That was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
They're hipsters, but I'm way more hipper.